All right, team, good afternoon. Welcome to day 13. Can we believe it's day 13? It's been almost 2 weeks. Today's WOD is nice. It's a modified version of a comp train workout. It's called SeaWorld, and this is SeaWorld at home. As you can see up here, I'm just gonna read it off real quick. Maybe you can't read it too well, but it's 10 alternating single arm dumbbell clean and jerks, a 400-meter run, and then a 100-meter farmer's carry, only holding the dumbbell with one arm, so 50 meters down, 50 meters back, right? Before we get into that, I'm gonna discuss some of the warm-up movements. Super simple. We'll do 60 seconds of jogging in place, 60 seconds of foot hand crawls, and then 10 dumbbell or kettlebell swings. If you have a kettlebell at home, I know a lot of you do, you'll use a kettlebell. If not, I'll show you how to do it with a dumbbell. It's kind of fun. It's a little harder on the grip, but it's nice for you. We're gonna run through that 3 times. That's how it's gonna work tomorrow morning for Saturday. So let's cover the foot hand crawl first. A lot of you are familiar with it, but I'm gonna tip this guy down, and here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna start off in sort of a baby crawl position, right? I've got my wrist directly underneath my shoulders. I've got my knees directly underneath my hips. From here, if I go on the balls of my feet and elevate my knees to just off the ground, and as I crawl, I keep them close, right? You'll notice that as I'm crawling forward and backwards, I'm keeping my back perfectly flat, and I'm just pretty much gliding across, right? That's what your foot hand crawl is gonna look like. When we do the running in place, we're gonna treat it as if we're marching. So our foot fall is gonna be directly underneath our hips. Our hands are gonna move naturally by our side. We're not gonna cross. It's gonna be here, steady and smooth, as fast and soft of a pace as you can maintain for 60 seconds, right? Then the last movement, the dumbbell swing. So if you have a kettlebell again, I'll demonstrate both. Let me grab the 97er. This is the only kettlebell we got left, but we'll do okay with it, right? So for the kettlebell, of course, we're gonna set this guy out in front. We wanna find that nice tilt, right? The line of the handle of the bell should line up with your forearms and your arms. You're gonna get back. Again, to gauge this distance, we don't wanna be too close, and we don't wanna be too far, right? If I reach my arms out, I want my palms to be right over top of the handles. I wanna fold down, find this. I'm gonna inhale as I hike and exhale as I extend for that swing. And then I'm always gonna take care to rest it with control at the end, right? There's the kettlebell swing. Let me show the dumbbell swing. A little more awkward to hang on to. Same fundamental. I will show you. So I've got a 50 here. Simple and smooth. We'll hinge, stand. Hinge, stand. And there's the 3 movements for the warm-up, right? On to the exercises itself. So the running, what I'm gonna say is pick a place 200 meters from where you're running from. Don't make the mistake of picking a spot 400 meters from where you're doing the WOD, because then you'll end up running, yeah, you guessed it, half a mile. As you run, just like I talk about in class, keep in mind that when you're running, you should be striking the ground softly. You shouldn't be reaching and straining for it, and you should keep this guy braced and tight the whole time, right? That's the notes on the run. For the single arm clean and jerks that are alternating, we're gonna wanna start with the dumbbell on the ground, and it's gonna touch the ground every single time. For the clean, just like we did 2 or 3 days ago, it's gonna come up, it's gonna rest here, right? From there, though, you will explode into a nice jerk, right? I know you can't see where my arms are, but as you can see, from the jerk position, straight overhead and stand tall, right? I'll show you one full one from the side so you can get an idea of what that looks like when it's completed. We'll go through a series of different warm-ups tomorrow to prep that movement pattern. So if I'm standing here, stays here, I'll clean it, I will jerk it, I will switch with my one hand, come back to the ground, and repeat the process. What I want you to take specific note of is the path that the dumbbell travels as it's coming up my body. Notice that it's not coming out in front of me. We want it to be straight up and you want to go straight underneath her, right? That was a snatch. We can say we're going to leave that in because we messed it up. Clean. Jerk. Awesome. Now on the farmer's carry, what we want to think about is we're going to be unilaterally unilaterally loaded. One side of our body is going to be loaded. I need my shoulder to be packed. I need my core to be tight. And I need to hold this as if I were guiding it along an escalator. So I don't want it to be wobbly. I want it to be moving slowly. From the back, I'm going to have my shoulder, again, squeezed in tight. This other hand is out to your side. We don't want to do any favors and help our core out by bracing. If you need to put your arm out straight and squeeze your hand on your non-holding side, it's not a bad idea, right? We're going to pick it up like a suitcase deadlift. So here I am right here. Careful not to favor here. Squeeze. This side's going to have to turn on big time, right? I want to fix my shoulders and walk. 100 one way, or 50 one way, and 50 back on the other side. Again, be cognizant of that lean. I'll be talking about it as I'm coaching you guys tomorrow on the Zoom call. I know I won't be able to see everyone for it, but those are the workouts for tomorrow morning. I look forward to seeing as many of you on the Zoom call at 8:30 as possible. Take care, guys.